सर्वांना नमस्कार MIT द्वारा आयोजित भारतीय छात्र संसदेत सहभागी होताना मला खूप आनंद होता आहे. श्री विश्वनाथ कराज जी, the man with a vision who has developed these institutions and combined service, spirituality, education, social service all together. Professor Ram Charanji, world-renowned business advisor, author and thinker. Dr. R.M. Chitnis ji, honorable speakers, Shri Satish Mahana, one of the senior most legislator with enough experience and who is the speaker of the largest state in the country, Uttar Pradesh. Shri Basavaraj Bharati, another tall personality from the south, Karnataka. Shri Girish Gautamji, Shri U.T. Kader Farid ji, and then legislators who have come from different parts of the country, from the south, from the north, from the east and west and northeast. And my youngsters, of this university, we are all ably assisting this conference. My dear friends, brothers and sisters, people say politics is a profession. I don't agree. Politics is a mission for the sake of the nation, and we must serve it with passion. Mission with passion for the sake of the nation, without expecting commission, giving any omission or giving any remission. We must have the passion to serve the nation. Nation means not the geographical boundary of India, Bharat. Nation means 140 crore people, all together, irrespective of caste, creed, sex, religion and region. Indians, Bharatiyas, we are all one. We must have that feeling and we must try to serve the downtrodden, the less fortunate, remote people, rural people, the tribal people, and also must take care of to see that the women are also given equal opportunity. It is our duty. We must also start our daily activity by respecting the nature, culture, together for better future. National, nature, culture, together for better future. So keep in touch with the nature, love and live with the nature. Then you will have a bright future. My dear friends, India is on the move. Once upon a time, India was known as Vishwaguru. Now again an opportunity has come in between because of the foreign rule, the slavery and the slavist mentality. We were let down. Now again opportunity has come, 75th year. Now India is on the move. The entire world is looking to India. India is being respected, recognized everywhere in every field. Our boys and girls, our youngsters, they are doing wonders. Our people are occupying important positions in the multinational companies across the globe. Out of the 100 top world companies, 50 of them are led by Indians, Bharatiyas, our own brothers, we must feel happy. We have opportunities, but we also have challenges. Even today, after 75 years, 18% of the people are living below poverty line. Around 18-20% of the people are illiterate. They can't read and write. And the women who constitute 50% of the population, they do not have adequate representation. And in certain parts, certain areas, caste discrimination, upper caste, lower caste. These are all the challenges. We have economic disparities. We have an urban-rural divide. So we must all come together to bridge this gap, to face these challenges. My dear friends, you are all legislators, elected by the people, selected by political parties. The legislature of the country, parliament, is like the biggest temple of democracy. Temple of democracy. It is very sacred. How do you strengthen democracy? Everybody has to do his or her job. Someone asked me, sir, what is Deshabhakti? What is patriotism? I said, patriotism is very simple. Do your duty. That is patriotism. बच्चे ने कहा सर इतना सिंपल है. मैंने कहा you do your duty. Everybody does his duty. That is patriotism. And then share and care is the core of Indian philosophy. Share and care. That is our culture. One boy asked me, sir, what is the culture? Culture is a way of life. I am not talking of religion. Religion is personal. I am talking of the culture, age-old culture, which is given by our forefathers, the great people. We must follow the culture and pass it on to the next generation. Then the boy asked me, what is culture? I said, it's a way of life. He said, sir, I am not able to understand. Can you explain in one word or give a small example? I said, if you have a roti, bread, if you eat your roti, that is prakriti, nature. If you snatch the bread from other person and eat it, that is vikruti. And if you have a bread and you share with the next person, another person, that is called a samskruti, Bharatiya samskruti, Hindu samskruti. Share and care is the core of Indian philosophy. So we must all see to it that we care for the less fortunate. The legislators, they should be role models to the people. People will be looking to parliament, to assembly with respect. They will be watching television debates. So it is our duty to raise up to the level, maintain dignity, decorum and decency, and contribute to the debates. I always say, I quote late President Pranab Mukherjee, discuss, debate and decide, do not disrupt. This is very, very important. Discuss, debate, decide, do not disrupt. Disruption, obstruction, destruction is not required. Construction is required now. For that we need to have a positive mind. Freedom movement, we were working against Britishers, but now we are a free India. So there is no need to have scope for negativism. We must all be positive. Positive is a good word, except during the COVID period. COVID period, of course, you can't expect people to have positive this thing. But now in free India, we must be constructive, not obstructive or destructive. We must contribute ourselves for the proper conduction of the legislature, assembly or council. I am not talking of this party or that party, all parties together. We must all come together like one party, national party in the interest of the nation. Yes, you be in your party. I want people to be in their party. But when we come together to make legislations, we are one party, that is nation party. We are not enemies. We are rivals, different parties in different states. Congress or BJP or Communist or DMK or ADMK or Shiva Sena, this group or that group. We are all one group, that is the India group, that is Bharat group. That has to be kept in mind. Politics has to be kept aside. Because as I told you, we must come together to strengthen the nation, to have better infrastructure, to have better facilities in the rural areas, to see that the poorest of the poor, they are taken care. Antyodaya, taking care of the poorest of the poor, serving the last man in queue. That should be our priority in democracy. So for that, we must come prepared to assemblies. We must learn. I can tell you, I am from a village. My parents were not educated. I did not go to a convent. I went to a village school. I studied in Telugu medium, my own medium. But still, from school to college to university to assembly to parliament to the ministry to vice president, I have gone up to all these positions. That is the beauty of this democracy. That is the beauty of this democracy. If you work hard, you will get an opportunity. We must all join together to strengthen the country, make it strong, make it stable, make it peaceful. Because peace is the prerequisite for progress. If you have tension, you cannot pay attention. And you will be doing only pretension. And you cannot have retention of those ideas. So we should not have tension. We must all work together towards the peace. And we, legislators, parliamentarians, we must set example to others. Children watching the television channel or elders seeing in the village, panchayat, what is happening in parliament and assembly. Sometimes they get disillusioned. And members went to the well of the house, tear off the papers, break down the mic. Sometimes it happens, unfortunately. I can understand. Sometimes you become angry. You are agitated. But agitate within democratic means. Protest from your seat. Someone told me, sir, you are saying it's okay, but the government is not caring for our suggestions. Your duty is talk out or walk out. No breakout. This has to be understood by one and all. Either you talk out or walk out. There should not be any breakout because it will lead to all out of democracy. This is an important thing. Another thing, let the government propose. Let the opposition oppose. And let the House dispose. Finally, House, the majority. You have to go by majority numbers. So we must have tolerance towards the other's views. Tolerance towards other views. And you must be tolerant towards the mandate of the people. That is also important because people have given a mandate to a certain person, certain party. You have the right to criticize, to protest, organize rallies, but everything has to be peaceful. If you destroy public property, you are destroying yourself. Because we are a free country, independent country, setting fire to railway station, setting fire to bus and all, ultimately it will affect people. The charges will go up. The prices will go up. Keeping that in mind, we should not involve in violence at all. Neither violence nor silence. What? चुप बैठे, आराम से बैठे, जो भी कर रहे देखते रहे, ये भी नहीं होना चाहिए. सरकार गलत रास्ते पे जा रहा है तो उनको रोकना है और बताना है भाई आप गलत रास्ते पे जा रहे हैं. विरोध करना है, बिल्कुल विरोध भी करो, बट फाइनली वोटिंग जो होगा उसी हिसाब से हम लोग आगे जाना पड़ेगा. My dear youngsters and particularly legislators, I see number of youngsters from various fields. Rahul was telling there are doctors, actors, tractor running farmers, teachers, professors, all of them, different people. They are part of the legislature in parliament and assembly. I was chairman of the parliament, Rajya Sabha, upper house. And I used to see sometimes the new members, they used to make beautiful, wonderful speeches. They used to come prepared. So there are good people. It is not that all MLAs or MPs are creating garata or disturbance. There are very good people. Go to library, read what are the speeches made by parliament, eminent parliamentarians, Nath Pai, Vajpayee, Piru Modi, Professor N.G. Ranga, Madhu Dandavate, N.G. Gore, Indrajit Gupta, Jyotirmay Basu, from different parties, L.K. Advani, different parties, different leaders. They made powerful speeches. Go through the speeches, understand the spirit, and then try to follow the leaders. Make a good contribution. Make an impact on the government and make an impact on the people. If the government doesn't listen, it is their fate. People are listening to you and they will be supporting you. Keep that in mind, my dear youngsters, and see to it that we respect each other. Respect each other. Because, as I told you, we are not enemies. And what is required is, we must all contribute to the strengthening of democracy. How can you strengthen democracy? By effectively allowing parliamentary legislative systems to function. And the media also has a greater responsibility. They should not report only tension. They must report and pay attention to the people who made good speeches also. I remember when I went to parliament early days, I prepared myself, went to library, studied, and spoke on my favorite subject, agriculture, which is our basic culture. Spoke for 52 minutes. All parties, including Professor M.S. Swaminathan, they all, even Charaji, everybody complimented me. But next day, to my surprise, there is no mention of my speech in the media. Venkaiah Naidu eloquently spoke about agriculture, only 2 lines. If you snatch the mic, if you tear the papers, if you challenge the other man, if you unfold your shirt, you are in the news. I asked media people, what is this? They said, sir, constructive thing is not a news, obstructive thing is a news. If a dog bites a man, it is not a news. If a man bites a dog, then it is a news. This is what the press people told me. That is the tendency. No, we should change this tendency. Media also should seriously think. Are they doing service to the nation, to the cause of the people, by only reporting the highlights of disturbance, not the constructive part of the debate? The media should think about it. The presiding officers of the parliament, of the legislature, they must give opportunity to all parties, give opportunity to hear all the views, and then allow the discussion to move on. Some friends told me, sir, sometimes in parliament, even when I was chairman, bills are passed in din. Din means disturbance. I said, the solution lies with you. They said, what is the solution, sir? I said, don't create a din and don't pass a bill. Din, you create din, you don't want any bill. If you continue the din for days and you don't want any legislation to be made, the interest of the public will be affected. This has to be kept in mind by all people. And my suggestion to politicians, to youngsters across the country is join politics. Whatever party you like, be constructive, be attentive, be disciplined, and don't change parties frequently. Nowadays, very difficult to identify, understand which person is in which party. I go around the country, I take the names of the people and mention their party. They say, sir, no, he is not in that party, sir, he is in other party. So it's like railway station and bus stand. You have a signboard saying so-and-so train at so-and-so time on so-and-so platform. Similarly, I think now people are talking about having a signboard in every village, so-and-so leader in so-and-so party, as on today, in the morning hours. By evening, what will happen? We don't know. This is a very bad thing for democracy, shameful. Politics must be with conviction. And if you are there in one party, you cannot come into power. That's not correct. When I joined politics, I can tell you I am from South. When I joined politics, Many elders told me, you are joining that party. It will never come to power. And one person told me, sir, it's a town people party. It's an educated party. And at the end, he told me it's a vegetarian party. And I was supposed to join politics. And I can tell you, I used to work hard. I used to write on walls about the party. I used to make announcement about Atal Bihari Vajpayee arrival to my town. आज शाम को आम सभा है कोपरेटिव मैदान में तरुण हृदय सम्राट श्री अटल बिहारी वाजपेयी जी आने वाले हैं, आप सब बता रही है, ऐसा अनाउंस करते थे। एक झटका में बैठ के झटका टांगा। मैंने कभी सोचा नहीं ऐसा अटल बिहारी वाजपेयी जी का भाषण के बारे में अनाउंस करने वाले लड़का एक दिन वही अटल बिहारी वाजपेयी आडवाणी जी के बीच में बैठ के सत्तारूढ़ पार्टी का अध्यक्ष बनेगा, ऐसे मैंने कभी सोचा नहीं। हो गया, बिकॉज कंटिन्यूड विथ कन्विक्शन, डिड नॉट चेंज पार्टीज or colors, worked hard and tried to learn from elders. That is the reason for my success of occupying all these positions. So my dear friends, youngsters in politics, stick to the ideology. If the leader becomes arrogant, dictator, then what to do? In that case, discuss within the party, majority people, they should take a decision. That is the only way out. Otherwise, people will lose respect in politicians. Then another thing is, be honest. There's an impression, politicians means corrupt. Not all politicians are corrupt. There are many, many honest politicians. But they are not covered by the media. Only dishonest people are covered. So try to be honest and try to be truthful and faithful so that people will admire you, they will elect you time and again. This is my advice to budding politicians. Reason the politics, fight the corruption, expose the corruption, highlight the atrocities. You will be also appreciated by the people. This is my own experience. I am telling you, please follow this experience. Visit the constituency regularly. Be among the people. Either you must be in parliament or assembly, or you must be in your constituency. There is no way you can be somewhere and then the posters are put up. So and so MP missing, so and so MLA missing. Nowadays it became a fashion to put the posters also. That situation should never be allowed. And then, my dear friends, the ancient culture and our traditions, they should all be respected. That's why I always say, go back to your roots. Go back to your roots. The traditions which are given by your forefathers, and try to pass on them to your younger generation, because they are the future of the country. That also should be our duty. Swami Vivekananda has observed during his famous address in the World Parliament of Religions in Chicago, quote, I am proud to belong to a religion which has taught the world both tolerance and universal acceptance. We believe not only in universal tolerance, but we accept all religions as true. This is what Swami Vivekananda has said. So we should not get involved. My religion is great, that religion is this thing, secondary. All religions, every religion has got certain great things. They are great. We should be more worried about culture, about conduct. That is my advice to all the youngsters. You inform yourself by reading about the sacrifice made by people, by Bhagat Singh, by Rajguru, by Sukhdev, by Mahatma Gandhi, by Subhash Chandra Bose, by Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. There is no dearth of leaders. Galaxy of leaders were there. You go through their life, you will get inspiration. You will get inspiration, and then you will be able to follow a good path. This is my advice to all the young legislators. We are at a critical inflection point. It is one of the leading players in the world stage, India. Certain countries, Western countries, they are not able to digest the growth of India. They are not able to digest the growth of India. India is becoming strong again. Yes, we want to become strong, stable, powerful nation. We want to become Atma Nirbhara Bharat, not to attack us. Indian civilization, we never attacked any country, any time. We were the richest nation once upon a time. 26% of the world GDP was from India once upon a time. But we never attacked any country. Small countries, England, Portuguese, French, these people, they attacked different countries. They came and attacked us also, ruled us, ruined us. To some extent, looted and cheated us also. We must come out of that colonial mindset. We must see to it that we become strong in order to help others. Sarve jana sukhina bhavantu, vasudaika kutumbakam. That is our philosophy. We want to become strong to protect others, not to occupy others. This is not Indian culture, this is not Hindu culture, this is not Bharatiya Soch. Shri, my friends, we are the 5th largest major economy in the world. We are, in short, going to become a 3rd largest economy in the world. And that fruits of development must be passed on to the down below, to all the people. Ultimately, what is the aim? Development is for happiness. Development is for comfort. But ultimately, development must be oriented towards happiness. Happiness. People must be happy. World must be happy. If you are peaceful, then you will become happy. If you have infrastructure, then you will become happy. If you create wealth, then you will become happy. Without creating wealth, without distributing wealth, you cannot be happy. Keep this in mind, my dear youngsters. My suggestion is 50% of our population is below 35 years. Below 35 years. We have demographic dividend. If we youngsters, we all work with dedication and determination and follow constructive methods, we will have a bright future. India will again, worldwide India will be the #1 country, ideal country for the world to follow. Keep this in mind, try to work hard and then enrich your understanding. Always I suggest, select and elect leaders. Basis of the 4 C's, character, caliber, capacity and conduct. That is what is required for a leader, for an MLA, for an MP. But now some people, some parties have taken shortcut methods. They forgot the original 4 C's, character, caliber, capacity and conduct. The shortcut route is caste. Caste, criminality, cash and community. The original 4 C's are replaced by these 4 C's. That should not be allowed to be public discourse. People must elect and select people with character, caliber, capacity and conduct, with dedication, determination and devotion. And people also should not promote dynasty. Dynasty is not good in democracy. Dynasty means you promote your son, you promote your daughter, you promote your daughter-in-law, you promote your brother-in-law. Then what about the people? If a son is sincere, honest, hard-working, let him come up in politics, no problem at all. There is no bar. But they should not be parachuted. They should not be helicopter dropped. Leader of so-and-so's son. So he is a leader. Then start applauding him. That attitude should not be there. My dear friends, you follow these 4 C's and then tell the people also to follow those 4 C's. And if you associate yourself with a good cause, untouchability, it is a very stigma. It is a bad mark on our civilization. We should totally remove that. We are all equals. We are brothers. We are sisters. That feeling has to be there. In certain areas, still this caste feeling is there. That should be eradicated. You belong to one caste. I am not undermining the caste. But don't think that you are superior or he is inferior or she is inferior. And secondly, you associate with the causes that are larger for the people, not smaller or sectional. My dear friends, the Bharat, India, as I told you, is on the path and the cusp of becoming a very strong country. The Prime Minister gave a 3-line advice: reform, perform, and transform. Reform, perform, and transform. Transformation for the betterment of the nation. Transformation of the individual. That is what is required. So let us transform ourselves and come out with new ideas. We are having now digital technology is good, artificial intelligence is good, but we must see to it that our own intelligence is used. Nowadays, lot of boys and girls, they are taking to Google. They are not applying their mind. Google is good, but Google से ज़्यादा गुरु महत्वपूर्ण है. इसको हमेशा ध्यान रखना चाहिए. गूगल को रिपेयर करे तो वो गुरु को बुलाना पड़ेगा, गुरु को बुलाना पड़ेगा. So gurus always should be revered and respected. That is my advice to all of you. ये ऐसा हो गया एक बीमारी, कुछ बच्चे लोग सोचना बंद किया आजकल. हर एक के लिए देख रहा, अरे भाई यहाँ पुणे से मुंबई कितना दूर है, गूगल. ऐसा ऐसा होके कुछ दिन के बाद, अरे आपका पत्नी का नाम क्या है, गूगल. गूगल, सर्च द गूगल. ये परिस्थिति बनने नहीं देना. दिस इज नॉट गुड. And using too much electronic goods is bad for health. My advice is get up by 6 o'clock, complete your work by 6 o'clock, and then rest and relax. But people are spending time up to 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, cinema, TV, all these things, and they have sleepless nights. And people say, sir, I was busy. I asked one boy, what were you busy? Please write down. He said, I was busy, I was busy, I was busy, I was busy. मैंने कहा बिजी देखने से क्या भाई, क्या किया आपने सुबह से शाम तक? What you have done from morning to evening? Write down. He has nothing to write down. ऐसी बेकार समय बर्बाद कर रहे हैं कुछ लोग. इसलिए मेरा सजेशन यह है, यूथ को, यंगस्टर्स को, spend time meaningfully. Spend time with your grandfather. He is a great teacher. Spend time with your grandmother. Spend time with your parents. They are responsible for your beautiful future. They are first gurus. And spend time with the nature. Sun, not your sun, sun. Moon, water, plants. Spend time with them, you will get to positive ideas. This is how youth can shape their future in a better manner. And then complete the work. Eat good food. Do exercise in the morning. Morning, some exercise, yoga, running, jogging, badminton. I am 75 now. I play badminton daily in the morning. 75 years. That's why I am able to go around the country, meet the people, meeting people, greeting people, talking with people, walking with the people, spending time with the people. That is my favorite pastime. Even after I completed my tenure as vice president, still I am going around. The reason is I see future in the youngsters. I would like to meet them. I would like to greet them. I would like to take ideas from you, better ideas, and pass on my thoughts to you. That is the purpose of my going around. There is no question of rest. Someone asked me, what about rest, sir? You have worked for all these years. I said, rest can be only during arrest. If you are arrested during emergency, that was the best period for rest. Otherwise, there is no scope for rest. Get up early, do exercise. I am not forcing you to do yoga only. One boy told me, sir, people say yoga is good, but yoga is a body party. I said, yoga is not for body. It is for your body. Do some exercise. If you are physically fit, you will be mentally alert. Physically fit, then mentally you will be alert. Then eat proper food. Avoid junk food. You may be surprised, Venkaiah Naidu ji, former Vice President of India, senior person, coming and giving lecture to us on small items like exercise and food. They are very basic requirements for a strong nation. Eat proper food. There are thousands of varieties in India. Eat Indian food. Don't follow the West. Because some people feel that West is the best. No. We have our own. Our grandparents have given us so many varieties. We need to eat cooked food. We need to eat cooked food. Protein food. Now there is a lot of debate going on about the rice. And need to go for other is important thing is ragi, jowar, bajra. They are more proteinous. And we are wasting our energies by removing all polish on the rice and eating waste rice. Keep this in mind, there are small ideas. And some boys told me, sir, you are saying eat cooked food. But now it is available, sir. Tomato is Zomato. Zomato, Sijji, Danjo. You just order, they'll get. They are not good for your health. Pizza, burger may be good for them, but not for us. Keep this in mind. Eat homegrown food, eat homemade food, and eat hot food, and eat judiciously, properly. That is my advice to all the youngsters. Some boys, they say, sir, food is instantly available, sir. I said, if you eat instant food, you will be having constant disease. Understand this. Instant food means constant disease. This food cannot be instant. It has to be cooked properly. This has to be understood. And some people are carried by names. One boy told me, sir, you are saying eat our own palav, biryani, but it is nowadays fashion is chicken 65. Your age is not 25 even, and you want to become 65. Names, branding, they are trying to influence the youngsters. We should not be influenced by it. We should, as I told you, spend more time with your parents. You will get proper guidance. Respect your teacher, respect your institution where you studied, which gave you the basic knowledge about various things in life. And these universities should be places of intellectual interaction and must embrace every new idea with open arms. The new education policy is a wonderful document. All the education institutions across the country, they should follow the new education policy. There is no politics in it. It is about our own tradition, our own culture, way of life. Keep that in mind. In fact, I feel the Ramayana, Bhagavad Gita, they should be part of the educational curriculum to give the moral character to the youngsters. I am not worried if somebody is going to criticize. Let them criticize. The Ramayana, the Mahabharata, they are great epics. You learn so many things from them. The country is going to rejoice on 22nd January with Ayodhya, Lord Rama's temple being open. Why? Rama is an ideal ruler, ideal human being, not God. Ideal human being, ideal ruler. That's why Mahatma Gandhi said, Rama Rajya. Rama Raj. So keep that in mind. See to it that proper changes are brought in, and you also try to improve your own intelligence. IT, good. IT and duty combined together, it will be beauty. IT, duty becomes beauty, and if you follow it, you will become mighty. This has to be understood by all. This is my advice to all of you, my dear youngsters. I don't want to take much of your time. I am very happy to be here and to inaugurate this National Young Leaders Parliament. And I would like to compliment Rahul Karad for taking this initiative and sustaining this momentum with a lot of energy, contacting people and leaders across the country, making arrangement is not an easy thing. It is not an easy thing. It is a Herculean task, but he is doing it with passion. As I told you, not for commission. He is taking it as a mission. Let us all join together in that mission to build a strong nation where there is no poverty, where there is no illiteracy, where there is no discrimination, where there is no divide, where there are no atrocities. Such a powerful Bharat बनाने में हम सब लोग भागीदारी होना चाहिए, यही मेरा सुझाव है आप सब लोगों को. एंड माय डियर फ्रेंड्स, आई विश यू ऑल द बेस्ट, विश यू हेल्दी गुड फ्यूचर. गॉड ब्लेस यू. नमस्कार. जय हिंद.